What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Today, we'll be talking about Moon-Pluto aspects and what it's like to have the Moon in aspect to Pluto in your astrological chart. So, let's get into this. Now, this is coming off of our previous talk about, energy that's kind of heavy. It makes it, difficult to kind of deal and have that balance in partnerships. And, a couple people were asking about Moon Pluto. And it's one where it always, I guess, stirs up some concern. So I'll give you my perspective on it. So I guess we'll start with the Moon in Scorpio and the Moon being considered or debilitated here. So when we look at that, when we look at like a Moon in Scorpio, and the fact is debilitated, you want to ask why. And on a very surface level, it's like the Moon is receptive energy, okay? And the Pluto or Scorpio is energy of the underworld. And it is like the happy homemaker getting brought into those realms. Now, being naturally submissive, the Moon goes on a roller coaster of extremities with Pluto. So you got to keep in mind the Moon's natural nature, right? Which is to sometimes go up, go down like waves. And think about Pluto. Pluto is like being on a scary water ride, and it goes way deeper than you expect. And you think like, is this the end? But then eventually, you rise back up. So what I want to say with all of that there is it's an unfavorable motion. It's damn near scary for the Moon. And remember, the Moon I want to be secure. I want to know what to expect. I want to know, all of that. And in the realm of Pluto, in the realm of Scorpio, it's hard to do so. The next layer to it is it's hard to trust people, right? Mom is the person that's supposed to always have your best interests at heart, or your family, right? And with Moon Pluto aspects, that isn't an energy in which, or a place in which you can easily put trust. Okay, so these are the issues with it. But like I said, life is open towards interpretation, and with Pluto, there is power. So the Moon Pluto aspects are literally that saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger in motion. And then at a deeper level, it's through those intense plutonic experiences in which the Moon is able to like rebirth itself, okay, and find the power within that. Now keep in mind, we all are rebirthing every month. We go through the cycles, wax, wane, okay? So with Moon Pluto, you get that, but you just get the get the extreme processes that bring one towards that purging or releasing. Now, when we add in the karmic perspective of this will show that emotionally, the holder, the person with the aspect, this has been the way in which you've expressed emotions in the past. This is your flavor. So just like with anybody with like Leo energy, particularly like a Moon in Leo, say is aspect Pluto, you like drama. Or there's been, at least in a karmic sense, there's been a part of you that is played towards drama, right? And we can just go on and on with the energies and that lower frequency of it. So when we keep it to the karmic perspective, particularly with mom and the family in which we're born into, that relationship one for the Moon Pluto person is always heavy, because as a reminder, it's the energy of Pluto influencing Moon. So mom is going to have these plutonic traits, whether that be secretive, manipulative, low key behind the scenes, lots of things. At a deeper level, I've come to see that in some way the individual, like, and this is like goes into the womb, like let's say during the pregnancy, is like they were absorbing so much of the plutonic things coming from the mother that they come into the life with those burdens, not as their own, but almost in the sense of like they owe their mother. Okay, so like I said, it's just for many people, it's a force in which you have to take your power back in some way, and you can do it so lovingly. You could do so in a detached way, but normally it gets to a point where it's like, all right, enough's enough. So the next way this energy, manifests positively is as an immense empowering of one's personal will, particularly the will to create what? Security. How in this world, what do you need? Money, status, right? Possessions. And Moon Pluto, in many different forms, can acquire this. Obviously, if it's like a Moon square Pluto, maybe say from the 2nd to the 5th, that can feel like a struggle to assume those things, but nonetheless, it's a burning motivation. So what you have here is very strong-willed individuals. The downfall is like the will is tied. It's not even a real downfall. It all depends on how one actually channels their emotions, but the downfall would be that it's tied. The will is tied to the emotions. So let's say if mutable, can be very all over the place. Okay, if fixed and fixed in a bad way, you're not making progress and things of that nature. So, like I said, a very strong will, the ability to actually attract all the things that it wants. More so with the conjunction, I find that you really get those people who are not just into spirituality, but that can channel or be the bearer of some type of spiritual gift, or like being an occultist, being an astrologer, whatever it may be. Moon conjunct Pluto kind of produces a natural, even, and like I said, it's varying degrees to that, because there's no look to what a person knows. Okay, in other instances, like let's say there will be a natural attraction to the occult and plutonic things. The harder the aspect, I guess the more you have to learn about that. That can also represent, let's say, misuse of power or misuse of these things previously said, and so a difficulty in kind of harmonizing with that. Whereas like with the natural person, let's say they're able to channel the power and energy because they've handled or developed it well before. Okay, so I could say more with that, but the best way I'm gonna say it is that, like, just because you like astrology doesn't mean you need to be an astrologer. Just because you like tarot doesn't mean you need to read tarot cards. Sometimes you just need to, let it be an interest, if that makes sense. So let me even clear that up more. Moon Pluto, especially in the hard aspects, can misuse certain power in general. I'm thinking about it in an occult sense, but this can be someone like a sleazy boss, or the leader of like a sex cult, some shit like that. Moon Pluto, as well as other influences. But yeah, I'll park it right here. There's a little bit about Moon Pluto aspects. If you ever need a reading, we can dive in more into that. Just check out my website, send me an email. yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe, check out my book, Astrology in the Matrix. Until next time, peace.